Welcome to Higgsfield.ai. Glad to have you here. Hello, and welcome to the Higgsfield AI Influencer Studio. My name is Sam, and today I'm going to show you how I was created. Higgsfield is a platform that lets content creators build a realistic AI influencer using an AI influencer generator without needing a big team or complicated tools. You can create your own character inside the AI Influencer Studio, shape how they look, how they move, and how they show up on camera.
This makes it easier than ever to make influencer AI that feels real, usable, and repeatable for your content.
And honestly, this might be the cheapest AI platform content creators can use right now to create high-quality AI videos. I've put all the links in the description and on the pinned comment below, so you can try it yourself and even start getting paid. Now let me show you how it all works.
When I initially checked out Higgsfield, I honestly didn't realize how many amenities and options were built into the platform. When I saw the information about the Higgsfield Earn program, where you can earn money by making videos using their system, my brain immediately went into my usual workflow mode. And that's when I noticed something interesting. My mind automatically jumped to planning 5 different apps. I started thinking about how I would split my 2-monitor setup, which app would generate images, which one I'd need to remove watermarks, which tool I'd use to resize everything for vertical video, and then how I'd handle voices, animation, and consistency across scenes. That's usually how it goes. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized how programmed that thinking was. Especially if you're on a budget, that kind of workflow can get complicated fast. Consistency becomes another problem altogether. If you're using 2 or 3 different image generators, keeping the same character looking identical from scene to scene can be a real headache. When you log into the AI Influencer Studio inside Higgsfield, you're immediately given 2 options. You can either build a character visually, or you can generate a character using a detailed prompt. I chose to start with a prompt. I wanted to create something unique first, something tied to a specific idea, before touching the builder options. For me, that meant figuring out the character and the storyline at the same time. So the first thing I did was open ChatGPT and write a script describing the type of AI influencer I wanted to create, who he was, what he represented, and the kind of scenes I imagined him in. That script helped me reverse engineer what kind of images I needed for the video. From there, I wrote a detailed image prompt describing the character's appearance, personality, and visual style. I focused on realism, professional presence, and consistency. I wanted a confident black male entrepreneur, early to mid-30s, athletic build, clean haircut, full-groomed beard, modern upscale streetwear. Someone who feels tech-savvy, calm, trustworthy, and aspirational, without looking artificial or exaggerated. I also made sure to define the camera style. Things like cinematic depth of field, natural lighting, high-end full-frame photography, and avoiding anything cartoonish or over-processed. The first generation came out great. After that, I started experimenting with the AI influencer builder itself. This is where my workflow really shifted. Inside Higgsfield, you can create, customize, and animate AI influencers in a single workflow. Any skin tone, body type, or physical variation. No restrictions, no predefined idea of what's considered normal. You can combine presets, merge characters, and even create entirely new personas. You can bring characters to life using the motion engine, generate high-quality HD video, and give them expressive, controlled movement. And the biggest thing for me was that I didn't have to leave the platform. At that point, I had to mentally adjust. This wasn't my usual workflow anymore. This was something completely different. Next, I created another character named Travis. Travis is an alien from the planet Argon, but in this storyline, he's a luxury real estate agent with his own YouTube channel, and he occasionally posts on TikTok. That contrast between character concept and realism was intentional. Once I had both characters established, I moved into building the storyboard. For each scene, I generated ultra-realistic images first. Normally, this is where things slow down, because prompting specific camera angles can take multiple attempts. But Higgsfield has a feature that completely sped this up. Once an image is created, you can generate multiple shots from that single image using different camera angles. Wide shots, medium shots, close-ups, alternate perspectives, all without rewriting prompts. That alone saved me hours. Having multiple angles instantly made the video more engaging, and it removed one of the most frustrating parts of visual prompting. After that, I tested out motion control. Instead of trying to describe movement through text prompts and hoping the generator interprets it correctly, motion control lets you define how the character moves and performs. This dramatically reduces motion errors. At this point, my workflow was already moving about 3 times faster than before. Then I explored Cinema Studio, where you can choose cameras, lenses, focal lengths, and aperture settings. This helps keep visual consistency across scenes, which is huge when you're building longer videos. I'll be honest, I got a little distracted here just testing things because the dashboard has so many creative options. But eventually, I pulled myself back into the workflow. Once all the images were created, I moved into animation. For this step, I used ChatGPT again, but this time I created the project specifically to maintain character consistency. I also built character reference sheets for each character. Those reference sheets become especially useful when working with video generators like VEO3, or any system that accepts ingredients or reference frames. That way, every scene stays visually aligned. After animating the scenes, I moved into editing using CapCut. This is where things like extending backgrounds for 9:16 vertical video came in, refining compositions, and sequencing scenes to match the narration. All of the B-roll you're seeing here is from screen recordings of that process. One of the biggest things I learned while exploring Higgsfield is that they're not just building tools, they're building a creator-first system. Higgsfield is one of the fastest-growing Gen AI companies right now, and their mission is pretty clear. They want to be the most creator-friendly platform in the world. And the reason this caught my attention is because they're launching 2 products designed to help creators build original digital personas and start getting paid right away. The first one is the AI Influencer Studio. This is an all-in-one builder that lets you design, control, and bring fully original AI influencers to life. What stood out to me is the level of control. AI Influencer Studio gives you 90+ configurable parameters to shape every detail of your character's look and identity. And then you can bring that character to life using motion control. That means you can build something hyper-realistic, stylized, unconventional, or something the internet has never seen before. And the most important part is the character is yours. But creating is only half the story. The second product is Higgsfield Earn. And this is the first monetization platform I've seen where creators can earn real money directly from Higgsfield by uploading content. They're starting with AI influencer-style content and expanding from there. So now the workflow becomes simple. You build your persona in AI Influencer Studio. You bring it to life with motion control. Then you post that content to platforms like YouTube and Instagram, and you can start getting paid right away through Higgsfield Earn. That shift is what made this feel different for me. It's not just about generating content faster. It's about creating something original, keeping it consistent, and having a direct path to monetization built into the ecosystem. Now that the workflow was locked in, the characters were consistent, and the scenes were animated, everything started to click. This is where I'll introduce the final characters I built inside the Influencer Builder, and show how all of these tools come together in a finished piece.